Okay, so it's been a while since I've done a video, and I know I keep saying that, but I've been really busy on everything that's going on. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what's going on in the industry from my side of the point, and kind of the evolution I'm going through right now. So let's hack at it. Okay, so a lot going on. Let's talk about just kind of the industry, over the last probably about 6 months, 7 months, a lot of things that I've been learning and being exposed to that is evolutionary and new technology that's coming when it comes to cybersecurity. You're looking at the detection triad, SIEM, EDR, NDR, and how it all comes together to really help companies really look at detection and response. So SIEM is your incident response. You're looking at EDR, endpoint detection response. You're looking at which EDR is more for laptops, desktops, servers, things that they can put sensors on. And then you look at NDR, which is your network detection response. All right, so you're kind of looking at that. I did a video about that last time, but NDR is looking at kind of east-west traffic, copiers, internet things, devices, things like that. That looking at the traffic on your network to be able to see any malicious or anomalous traffic. Then you're looking at PAM, privilege access management, identity access management, IAM. Now we're looking at true passwordless decentralized authentication. I know that's a mouthful, a lot going on there, but what happens with that is you're looking at decentralizing the storage of the authentication, so it's not in LDAP or Active Directory or some sort of central database or unit. It's actually now decentralized into a mobile device where now it's harder. I'm not going to say it's impossible. It's harder to compromise and makes it a lot harder for people that are looking at privilege escalation and going through the network and trying to get access. Now it's a lot harder for them to do that. When we're looking at them, that's hackers. What else? You're looking at appliances, machine learning, AI technology. You're looking at managed security solution providers, MSSP. That's changing, evolving now, especially with machine learning and AI technology, where you're looking at these new software manufacturers that are looking at providing these tools are now integrating machine learning and AI technology. So now you need less resources, human resources, to be able to manage these tools, right? Especially on level 3 security analysts, you might need level 1 or level 2 to be able to do this. So a lot of these great tools are coming out so that these level 3 analysts, security analysts, because now they can work on projects that are throughout the company that maybe are being put in a list of 15, 20 projects that now they can start working on more efficiently because they're now not dealing with incidents or trying to find a false positive, false negatives, and going through these logs. Now they can actually go and do other activities and work that needs to be done. Now, from what I'm hearing, correct me if I'm wrong, the more I talk to more and more companies, there's no shortage of work. Companies are constantly working on security, from research, development, and understanding what they need in their environment to testing and proof of concepts, to then deployment, and then care and feed after. And then as it evolves, you're looking at management, patching, just all this great things. And then you look as the technology evolves, then looking at upgrading, right? And this constant cycle is ongoing, right? So now you've got, with these new technologies and the evolution of technology in the cybersecurity field, you're getting available resources now to do different projects, different work, but still there's so much work out there, and that's in my opinion from what I'm hearing. The next thing is you look at really the belief and the structure that I'm learning and I've had since I started this in 2001 is IT and cybersecurity is a field of consistent and ongoing learning. Right? You never, and this is my opinion, is you never are an expert in any area. You might know or be more knowledgeable for sure. I don't doubt that. There's people with a lot more experience and knowledgeable, but what happens is those technologies and those areas change. We're always evolving and adapting, right? With policies, procedures, like top-down approach, you look governance, policies, procedures, and how we interact and engage with our suppliers, our clients, our consumers, and other countries, like as you're looking at companies that are evolving to be international. Right? All these things are coming up that now you have to write different policies, procedures, documentation. Then when it comes with new technologies, it's always changing. So these people and the ones that are more knowledgeable are always shifting, always kind of learning. They have a base foundation, but it's always shifting and learning. Then you look at the bottom-up approaches, look at the technology, you look at, the actual tech, programming, implementation, architectural design, like all that stuff where it's a very technical. These guys are constantly evolving because new technologies are always coming out, and they have to look at how it works with the old technology, and that old technology is upgrading. Is there problems with integration and updating and patching and all that? So these guys are geniuses in what they do, but they're always evolving, and that's something that I'm learning, and my belief structure goes back to is that we're constantly learning, we're constantly evolving. And as I'm learning for the manufacturers that I work with, I'm sharing what I know and bringing in those experts from those manufacturers as they are in those positions. They're sharing their knowledge and expertise with the people that I work with and the companies that I work with. So there's this constant evolution of learning and developing. And I want to put that out there because I know a lot of people say, oh, well, you're learning, you don't have your expertise, you don't have, and I think we need to switch our mindset on that and understand, are you learning this technology because it's new and like you would learn it, like the subject matter expert or sales engineer would be learning it? There's no difference, right? It's just now, can you help me understand it? Can you help me in my environment? Can you help my team understand the technology and how is it going to work? And then you look at the things that when you're looking at procurement, does it integrate with their solution? Does it make sure, is there need for more resources, or the resources that I have being people, can they manage it? Or do I need to hire your professional services, or do I need to have managed services? All those things. Then you look at cost. But all this is part of the learning experience of working with people that really understand the value of helping people and providing education, knowledge on the technologies and solutions. So that brings me back to why am I back and doing videos and what's kind of been going on with myself. As I've been learning, I'm going kind of these hills and valleys, and the reason why that is because as I learn, I get deep in these technologies, and then going through them, I find I'm learning a lot, but then I just don't have the time to be able to share, and that's kind of something that is hindering me of growing, right? And growing in the sense that one of my strengths and one of my skills is to be able to learn something and apply it, speed of implementation. So the faster I learn it, the faster I apply it by talking about it, by sharing it, the more I can help yourself and the people that I know understand these technologies, see if it might work within their environments, and then just keep sharing and keep getting out there. So that's why I'm getting back to doing videos and really getting out there, is because I think it's so important to keep up to date what's going on in the industry, what's going on with the technology, and hear from different resources and different people to be able to learn what's working and what's out there. Right? What's the new technology? Is it going to work in your environment? Is it something that your team's looking at, or is it something on their roadmap, or is it something that it's completely off their radar that they need to even just be aware of? Right? When the conversation comes up, hey, do you know about NDR? They're like, yeah, I actually heard about network detection response. Right? And I was actually informed about it, and I was just starting to look at it. And these are the areas that I think a lot of people in the industry, full-time employees of cybersecurity, don't have enough time, don't have enough time in the day to be able to do the research about everything that's going on. So I'm fortunate if my job is to do that, is to do the research, to really get out there and talk to the manufacturers and learn as much as I can and share. So I'm going to leave my video at that. Just wanted to kind of share, catch you up on what's going on in my world and what I'm seeing in the industry. And I'm going to really get back and really excited about doing a video. So just don't forget, software is hackable, being connected is vulnerable. I'll see you next video.